Aloha, guys. Molly and Michael here from the big island of Hawaii. I hope that you guys are having an amazing day. Today, we're going to be talking about updates, things that are happening here on the island very soon. Michael, he's my referral partner that lives on the east side of Hawaii. So, we're going to be sharing things that are happening that are going to be super exciting for you guys to learn and kind of get used to, like if you guys are traveling or if you guys are moving, you're going to find this interview super helpful, right, Mike?
hmm
So we have a couple of things to share with you. First, we know that one super huge, the biggest question that we get in this group, and not only in the group on social media and on the field when we're talking to clients, is if the internet on a specific location is strong enough because many people that move to this island work from home or have taken like a hybrid position in their jobs. So it is very important for them or for you guys to like understand how the internet connection works in certain areas. And I came across this like really cool tool that Michael and I are going to share with you. So I'm going to go here onto screen share. And this is what is called broadbandmap.fcc.gov. If you guys haven't utilized this website, we highly recommend that you do. It is a website. Oh, thank you so much for the hearts and likes to whoever is dropping them in the comments. This website is going to be you can go as micro as detailed as entering your specific street address, and it tells you exactly the upload and download speed of that specific address. So, Michael, do you want to like give me like a like a zip code that you think folks ask a lot about a specific location?
Yeah, let's go to uh, 96749.
Okay, let's check it out. Okay, guys, so I just click here and it looks like it is got decent internet. It's got the download is at 1,000, which is, it's quite high. But it kind of dropped me onto this location, Michael. Let's see. So if we were to go kind of like this area, you see
Mm-hmm.
how it changes so much. I mean, we're in the same zip code, right? And this is
Right.
Keau, but you see this whole area, right? There's like no, and it's right next to the high school.
Yes.
There's
Yes.
like a big spot here, and you can see the download is 35 and up is 3. So when you're driving around here, you're gonna
You,
experience.
I'll speak to that actually. So that parcel that you're looking at there's really no homes or anything on it. However, when I'm in the car driving and I've got my phone on, obviously it's not to my ear. I'm going through the car to get my calls,
Right.
and that's a spot where sometimes the calls will drop, and I know that now. So when I'm communicating with a client or something, I'll just let them know, hey, I'm getting towards the KL High School. The call might drop. Sometimes I have to put the phone up on the dashboard or something, and that helps. But that's what you'll experience in an area like that. So if it's an area that's more populated, it just might mean that your signal might not be as strong um, at your house. And,
Right. And I thank you so much. That's like on the field, like you have tested this location physically, right? Because I'm here looking at a map, right? And you just gave me a zip code, and I was able to enter it on here. But how cool that you know exactly, right, where this location is, and that
yeah.
is got internet complications.
Mhm.
So if you and I in the way because I tested it on my side as well on the west side, and it was so accurate. I also have a spot. We also have a spot in Queen K where the signal just goes. off, and I was
Right.
observing the map last night, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's the spot where there's like
Mhm.
this like green indication that there's very
Yeah.
slow internet. I'm like, oh my gosh, that is a spot. So to say that this
Yeah.
is accurate, it's an understatement. It is issued by the Federal Communications Commission. They're the ones that created this map for us to utilize. But it is a great resource. I wanted to share it with you guys so that
Mhm.
you're able to kind of if you are looking at a specific parcel or a specific location, this is going to
Mhm.
help you guys do your homework as far as internet. That it is so
It looks
so
like they've got
important.
coordinates on there too, Mally. So if somebody's buying, say, a vacant piece of land and they're not sure, contact Mally and I, because through the property tax website,
That too.
there's a section on there which we can get to, like, get the Google coordinates for that, and can just plunk those in and say, share it with you, or at least help you to get to that point so you can find it yourself. Um, if there's not an address, because I don't know that it would do like a lot number on a certain street, but the coordinates would probably be more accurate anyways.
Right.
So that's
You hit it
something to
right on
consider.
the nail, especially with vacant lots.
Hmm.
You're right. We're able to get people coordinates because sometimes, they just have this like address and they're like, where is this? Right.
Right.
So I
Yeah.
love that. Well, we wanted to share this with you guys in hopes that it is beneficial to your search. Um, I also, oh, where's my menu? Oops. Hold on. I'm trying to go back here. I lost my menu. I think we're gonna stay on the page. So I lost my the back end of the menu. I cannot see anything right now. So that was a resource that we wanted to share with you guys today. Then there's also let me see what else do we have in the books.
We've got
The Big Island visitors. We had a huge jump of visitors here on the island. We had it was a little bit down compared to 2019, but the expenditures of all this tourism amounted to 40 million back in June. That was numbers compared back from 2019. So to say that our tourism is coming back and they're spending right, it's an understatement. If you guys
Mhm.
were to come out and explore the island, you will see what I'm talking about. There's a lot of people
Mhm.
still coming to the island. We have a lot of travelers, and for those of you that are looking to get an Airbnb or VRBO or a property that you guys can rent and propose it to future clients of yours, there's definitely properties that can accommodate for that. As you guys very much know, this island is super touristy. So Michael has handpicked a couple of properties where we can go ahead and talk about those specific pieces of homes. So let me go ahead and see research here. All right. So let me go ahead and pull up your the MLSs.
Sure.
If anybody's watching, feel free to say hi. Well, I'm searching for this information for us to share with you. Michael, have you noticed a lot of people traveling to the east side as well?
I have seen more and more. I think we're probably going to see quite a bit. Obviously, this is probably the last hurrah for a lot of folks before kids go back uh, to school or to college. So I think families are booking trips, and I know that I had one client planning to come in to do their home search, and they couldn't get a rental car
Wow.
this weekend. They're booked up. So, and I mean, that in and of itself says, what's happening. And granted, there's other platforms, Uber, things like that, that you might be able to use. But that just speaks to the fact that there are more people coming here to the island.
Right. Well, right now I have up this property in Curtistown, going for 437,000 um, in Puna.
This is a new listing, and Mally, I picked this one because one of the things you had talked about before was just upcoming events, and one of the big things that's like happening here in October for folks, if you're going to be here in October, is Ironman. And as you guys know, Ironman used to be one day. It's always been here in on the Kona side. Big event, draws 2,500 competitors plus family members, and they're always looking for a place to stay. Um, this being on the east side might be a little bit far for some people to travel, but it is a multi-generational home. It does have a legal ohana downstairs, 2 bedroom, 1 bath with kitchen and living room downstairs. And then upstairs is 3 bedrooms, 2 baths with kitchen, dining, large living room with we'll call it a prow, wall of windows overlooking the Ohia Forest. And then there's also a 2-car garage and a, like little office or another bedroom downstairs, which has a 3/4 bath. So if you've got a large family or wanted to have, as some folks want to have that, Airbnb, if you're living in the house, you could do a hosted rental with this place. And since it's legal Ohana, that's even better. A lot of folks
Right.
are looking for that. So this is one of my listings. We just put this on active today on the MLS, and the phones have already been ringing.
I bet.
I've got appointments. We just done some things. The owner brought in some gravel, power washed the house, power washed the roof, had the inside cleaned. So it's needs a little TLC, but it's ready to go. And again, tying it into some other events that are happening where you might need to have something hosted with a large group of people.
Hmm.
This might fit the venue.
I love the views that the property provides, Michael, so much. Like you're just looking at Ohia Forest, and
Yes,
it kind of has that, you know, added privacy that some people may want.
yes.
And it
The nice
looks, I mean, it looks like it needs, a
It
little
needs a little
bit
bit
of,
more. It needs
of
some love.
TLC,
Um, the
but it
nice
is
thing,
solid. It looks solid.
yeah, the nice part about this, the two adjacent parcels on either side are also for sale. They're not on
Right.
their own MLS number, but they're being sold. And so if you wanted to purchase a total of 9 acres, this is your chance. No neighbors next door to you. You could create a much larger, compound for other family members, extended family. It really would be a great opportunity. And I, it's one of the requests we do get a lot here. Folks wanting to move in and they immediately want to buy that lot next door because they just want to have that privacy.
Right. Yeah, no, this is such a beautiful find, and I thank you so much for sharing your listing, Michael, to the
Mhm.
audience. Well, if anybody here is interested in getting more details, feel free to drop us a comment, send us an email, and we'll be more than happy Michael will be more than happy to show it to you. So let's move on to our other listing here that we have. Okay. Oh, nice.
Yeah. So this one just popped up and it's in preview mode. So
Yeah.
you guys are getting a little sneak peek at it. It's not out there for the general public right at the moment, but
Right.
acreage, 49.41
Damn.
acres for what is the price on it?
This one is I saw 379.
379. So I did the math on that. That's like $7,000 an acre.
Oh
And
my
this
gosh.
parcel is zoned A5A, so agricultural,
Agricultural.
5 acres. So it could be subdivided.
Oh my gosh.
It's a little bit of a process to go through the county to have that done, but it could be subdivided into 5 acre parcels.
Wow.
So, if somebody is looking to develop or again, maybe have, sell off some parcels to recoup some of their investment, great opportunity, or just for other family members to each have their own parcel, which you probably saw back in the day, in the farmlands and stuff like that. They had 20 acres and they subdivided it up, and each of the kids got 5 acres or something like that, and that was their homestead. So opportunity here, and people are looking for. They want the acreage, they want the land, they want some soil. This could be
Right.
a good opportunity.
Oh, Michael, Deborah says, I was looking at Glenwood Road, East Side, large lots, she says.
Definitely.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, I what he said about subdividing it, that could speak to a lot of people. Some people they just want to build, structures around them. So this is definitely something that could accommodate those goals
Mhm.
and projects. But I mean, wow, just massive. And I mean, while the build out happens, I wonder what's inside here. I wonder how
I mean,
livable
with
it is here.
just storage, but I'm sure you could fashion that because aren't those are those containers? I think they're two containers with a
Yeah,
roof.
they look
Yeah, they are. You could convert that easily into a living structure while you built your forever home.
right. What a great find here. What a great find. So we're moving on to our another listing here that Michael went ahead and picked for you guys today. And we're going to this one here. Wow. Okay, so same subdivision.
Yes, large acreage too. I think this is 26 or 28 acres.
Right. Wow.
This
Oh,
out of all of it, they say 7 acres has been cleared. The two-story home, living area on the lower level with the bedrooms upstairs. This one I thought was interesting because it's sort of there's a few pictures here which we'll get to. It
right.
shows a little bit of we talked about before gardening.
Right.
This wonderful little tent to the side. Here you can see the acreage, and that's just 7 acres cleared. So with their big own
Wow.
retention pond that you could have fish in if you wanted, or just use it for irrigation.
Look at the
Just
kitchen. Wow, so spacious.
yes, one big huge room to entertain in. That's where everybody would gather.
Wow. I love the elements of decor that they have going on in this home. So beautiful.
I thought this was an
Everything like matches, even though I'm not a fan of yellow, like it kind of goes with the earth
yeah
tones of the home. Don't you
yeah.
feel? Or
I always tell folks, paint is paint. You can. Some people walk into a house and say, "Oh, I can't live with that color," but it's paint.
right,
It's something that you can change. And I'll tell folks sometimes leave it for 6 months and see how you feel. You might find
right.
that it's really not as oppressive as you thought it was going to be. So,
This is
just
a
give it some
really
time.
gorgeous home, though.
Wonderful outdoor shower upstairs, this lanai. Uh, Here's the garden area, which I thought was quite interesting. And I thought that spoke to some of our other talks that we've had before of gardening. Where here they've created a shade structure and have some raised beds. You could add some more to it, but have a private space. And I'd say for
This
folks
is
that are wanting to do stuff like that, look at some of the websites. Hopefully, there will be some pictures and save those photos if you can, um, just to give yourself an idea. When you are ready, you'll have a good little book. Put them in a book, and
right.
when you
Of
get
the things that
there,
you have liked,
exactly,
like Pinterest did, right?
exactly. Just make your own. I think it's a great resource. I did that before I moved here, and so every so often I go back and look at some of those photographs to see like how did it really turn out with what my vision was, and
Right.
pretty close. It's so something to consider.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, that is an amazing tip to give to people that, because we go through, I mean, clients of ours, they go through so many listings, right? They're seeing so many homes and sometimes homes that go like that day and they don't have an
Mhm.
opportunity to even place an offer. Oh, you're kidding.
Mhm.
To even place an offer. So perhaps saving, like you said, right? Saving those images and kind of put them on
Mhm.
Pinterest and kind of creating an idea that perhaps the next property, if it doesn't look the same as the one that they couldn't get, at least
Right.
they can get them as close, right? So that's a great
Right.
idea. Um, Well, I thank you so much for sharing, Michael. If anybody here has any questions on any of the items that we've talked about, just like Michael said, we're gonna be having Ironman, and Michael is very humble, but he did he experienced Ironman firsthand. If anybody would like to talk story with Michael about his experience going through the Ironman process, feel free to drop us a comment or let us know in all of our social media channels. But Michael did it. Would
Well,
you recommend somebody to do it again?
my analogy is, when I first did my first Ironman, I told my coach I went to go watch a race prior, and I looked at her and I said, I can't do this. And she looked at me, she said, trust in your training. And I equate that to real estate. And so for some buyers that are out there like, this is too much, I can't. No, that's why Mally and I are here. We're going to help guide you through that process, which is exactly what she did for my first Ironman. And once I was done at the end of the day, 13 hours later, I I just stopped and I was like, wait, what did I
Wow.
just do? And I realized I trusted her to give me the training and guide me through the process. So I put those two together, buying real estate here in Hawaii. Same thing. We're here to guide you through that process. And before you know it, you'll have completed your purchase.
Right. So we're like your real estate coaches. Right? That we can
Yeah.
take you hand in hand until you feel comfortable
Exactly.
completing the transaction, right?
Yes, that's exactly right. That's exactly right.
I
So
love that.
I think they're similar in there. So
Well,
yeah.
please know, Michael, not a whole lot of people say that they have completed Ironman. That takes a lot of grit, a lot of dedication. It is not an easy competition. I've seen from far away. I don't think I would ever do it. It's just a very intense physical endurance, and you just need to train so much. But you're super sporty, Michael, and I'm just super glad that you did it. But if anybody would like to connect with Michael further, feel free to drop us a comment or reach out to us via email. We're going to be ending this live stream. I hope that you guys enjoyed the conversation. And if you have any questions, you know where to reach us at. Michael, do you have any final words?
No, I do. I will want to say that the map that you showed, I had not seen before, and I hadn't really used. A lot of times, I would tell folks if they were not sure, like, well, what service do I have? Back in the day, you would be telling folks, well, just look at what the neighbors have. They have
Right.
Dish, because we just didn't have all these tools available. And over the years, there's more and more and more available. So as we find them, we want to share them with everyone. And I think it's a invaluable tool to have.
Right, right. No, I think, I was browsing around. Oh, Debbie's here. Says, thank you. I was late, so going to watch it when you are done. Oh, she's the sweetest, Debbie. Well, I'm so glad that this live stream was helpful for everybody that watched it, and for anybody that is going to watch it at a later time for the replay. You guys are going to find a lot of valuable information. But for now, we say aloha, aloha, and I am having technical difficulties here. Nobody can see, but I can see, and I'm trying to find a way to end this live stream. So, let's see. So, I think I'm just going to force quit it, force quit
Okay.
the software. But I hope that you guys are having a beautiful day, and I'm going to try to finish the live stream, and hopefully it goes this time.